Hey there, so I just finished day two of the Digital Film Festival, and I just came out of Batman, the 1989 film. This morning I watched the 1978 Superman film. And the last time I saw Superman in the theater, I was 6 years old, so it's quite the experience to watch it again. The films stand the test of time. Superman is so well acted. Uh, Chris Reeve embodies the character. I actually enjoyed Gene Hackman's performance a lot more now than I did uh, back then. Uh, he was a little hokey, but when it was time to be threatening, when he had to be threatening, uh, he could do it. There was a. I have to say though, I just came out of Batman, and it stands the test of time so well. People complain about certain things with this film now. Uh, Most of those people don't know Batman. Just saying. The Prince music, which is used as the secondary score, Danny Elfman's score was of course, is the iconic score for the film. But the Prince music, which kind of is the signified with the Joker and kind of like foreshadowing in certain events in the film, works extremely well, and even to this day. And you don't even have to like Prince; you just have to understand the manicness of the Joker's character. Jack Nicholson is actually, for a long time I used to listen to people say, well, Jack Nicholson is just playing Jack Nicholson. And the performance is a lot more nuanced than that. Uh, if you're a if you're a fan of good acting, uh, he does it here. He's over the top when he needs to be, but he's not always over the top. There's a lot that people read into this years later, that myths that aren't actually true. And it's his character of the Joker is not just Jack Nicholson amped up. Uh, Jack Napier is a much more complex character in that, and it's the best portrayal that we may ever get of the Joker aside from Mark Hamill, and it's definitely the best one we're going to see on screen for a long, long time. Uh, no disrespect to Heath Ledger fans, but he never played the Joker. He he played a sociopathic character that just happened to be wearing the makeup. Uh, Second day was amazing. We had great crowds, except for one douchebag that was sitting beside me making lame ass comments. And The Dark Knight is what played after this, by the way. So obviously I didn't stay. I've got The Dark Knight, and I don't want to see it in a theater again anytime soon. Uh, of course he stayed because, well, he's one of those guys that makes the douchey comments that, the guy that think they know the character and they've seen the films and that's it, and maybe read a couple of comics, and they're making all these comments, and you just want to slap them in the face over and over again repeatedly because they won't shut the hell up about things that they know nothing about.
In a movie theater, while people are watching the
Yeah.
movie, I don't care if you make comments.
Yeah, in the theater where we're watching the film, uh, he can make all the comments he wants in his own home. Uh, Sitting next to me, I almost slapped him a couple times. I'm not gonna lie to you. He kind of pissed me off, and then he got on a rant about Harlequin. I don't know why. Something obviously set him off about wanting Harlequin in a movie. We're watching the freaking '89 Batman film. Kim Basinger was still the Batman girl. She is beautiful. She is classy, and no female in any of the other Batman films has been able to touch her yet. And since she's playing Vicky Vale, and Vicky Vale is a very important character. Uh, you know, so we've got all the classics here. I like Knox a lot in the film, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't get Robert Wall back to actually reprise the character, even for like a small thing or cameo or kind of just a follow up. Because I love the timeless aspect of the film, and Gotham is set in almost, it's just a very noir-esque quality, and much more so than later films would be. Batman and Batman Returns are still the as good as it gets for the Batman series of films. Of course, the Batman done truly the way that it should be done is Batman the Animated Series. That is the best, most authentic and spot on portrayal of the Batman characters and mythos and period. Superman was incredible. I got to say, Superman was longer than I remembered it being, and there was a couple moments where I got to say it did drag for a few seconds, but Superman was very much comedic. The film was very much entrenched in the comedy aspects. What works for it today is that we know that it was done then, and we can watch it and take it for something back then. Now, all that being said, I don't think that this would would work on Superman today. Actually, well, we know it wouldn't, because one, they wouldn't totally go that way because audiences, I'm not going to say are more mature, because audiences aren't more mature. Audiences like to think they're more mature, but you're not, guys. Audiences are more uptight today. Yeah, let's go there. Audiences are more uptight today. I've been rambling, and it's because of that dude that was bugging me. Audiences are, yeah, they're more uptight and they're more pretentious today, and that's why we get some of the stuff that we get. Stuff that's just takes itself way too seriously, and yeah. But that being said, there were some great things with this. One thing that I didn't remember, and I'm a big fan of Dallas, the TV series, the original TV series, and Larry Hagman as a cameo in Superman, and I didn't remember that. Of course, the guy that plays before Chris Reeve does a great job in the role of Clark Kent, and his character portrayal is kind of similar to what we get in the new Man of Steel movie, because, well, they're both at that time. They're both at that discovery time. And my better half, what kind of said about said, he's kind of annoying and kind of whiny, but he should be, because he's not there yet. So it's kind of like Superman in the new one, in the Man of Steel movie. He wasn't there yet, and we didn't get to really see Clark until the end of the movie. So the Clark Kent that fans from, I guess the Clark Kent that fans who just watch the movies know, who don't know anything else about the character, is introduced at the end of Man of Steel.
And that's the problem, is that in the Man of Steel we had that character for the entire movie.
But
that's
they needed to get
I
there.
Didn't like it. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like it?
Well, but that was my problem with it.
That was your problem with it, okay.
Yes, as opposed to the Superman, where you have him for half the movie, and then you have Christopher Reeve for the rest of it. So.
But no, I think they need for, not to get into the Man of Steel debate with you, but no, they needed to get there to go to where they're going to go. But so far, having a blast. Tomorrow morning, 12:30, we go out and we see Battlestar Galactica, the original movie pilot that played in theaters. And right after that, we see Tron. We come home for about 2.5 hours, and we go in again, and we go in to see the original 1980s Flash Gordon with Max von Sydow, and of course Sam Jones, who later go on to play the Spirit in the TV movie, not the horrible movie Samuel L. Jackson, but the actual not bad TV movie that was done. And then we end tomorrow off with Logan's Run, the classic film, which they are now remaking. So we'll, I guess, go in to see that one again, and then when the remake comes, hopefully it won't be as bad as Total Recall's remake was. So that's my rant. That's my thoughts on today. My next video is probably going to be on T.J. Pearman's awesome video talking about modern day classics. Really good one. I got to look up that. And because it's not wrapped yet, and I went from there yesterday. TJ, here's a preview of one of your things. So, just so you know, yes, you do actually have it coming with slipcover and everything. Doctor Who and Adventure in Time and Space. Good features. I actually might pick some up myself if they bring in more copies. So, have a great night, guys, because right now I'm going to go and have the one thing that I haven't had all day. Because I got another story, and I'll tell it to you in another video. Right now, for me, and a rant, it's time for tea.